In dealing with debt, Wall Street is cheering over the recent Fed rate cut, with more on the way. We are turning to Ted Rossman, the senior credit analyst at Bankrate. Ted, the rate cut is a big bonus for tech firms and other corporations that borrow money. But what about consumers?
Not a whole lot right away. This quarter point cut in isolation doesn't make a huge difference to your finances. The cumulative effect can be significant. We should remember that there were a point of cuts late last year. So you add that together, now the Fed has cut 1.25 over the past year or so. That's something. I mean, it's still nowhere near the 5.25 points that the Fed raised in 2022 and 23 to fight inflation. Rates are still restrictive relative to where we were for a lot of the past 15 years. But, especially if we get couple more cuts before year's end, maybe another cut or two next year, it starts to add up.
What will the Fed rate cut mean for people who need a mortgage to buy a home or people dealing with credit card debt?
The vast majority of current mortgage holders have fixed rates. Same thing for car loans. If you're taking out a new mortgage, you're seeing some relief. I mean, rates have come down a lot relative to 2 years ago. In the fall of 2023, the average 30-year fixed mortgage rate briefly hit 8% for the first time in decades. And the fact that now we're down to about 6.3% is a meaningful difference. I mean, the vast majority of current mortgage rate holders are below 5%. So it's not like, those people are in a position to refinance and we're not going back to 3 or 4% anytime soon. But, maybe if you bought in the last year or two, there's a chance to refinance. If you've been on the sidelines waiting to enter the housing market, things are more affordable at 6.3 certainly than they were at 7 or 8. We could dip below 6% in the next few months for the first time in a few years. So it's something. Quarter point lower on your credit card, you're hardly going to notice that difference. It's not a big difference for home equity lines of credit. Maybe it saves you $10 a month. Really what's most significant is the potential for a series of cuts. Maybe by early next year, the federal funds rate is 2 points lower than it was, let's say, a year and a half ago. I mean, that could make a difference. But also the fact that mortgage rates in particular, if that goes below 6, that could get some people off the sidelines.
Thank you for your update, Ted.
No problem. Thank you.